Before Zeus ruled Mount Olympus or Odin wandered the 9 realms, there was Anu, the Sumerian god of the sky and one of the oldest known deities in recorded human history. Today, we'll explore who Anu was, where he first appears in the historical record, what he looked like according to ancient sources, and why he was considered the divine source of kingship, law, and cosmic order. Anu, also known as An, was the supreme sky god of ancient Sumerian religion. His name literally translates to sky, and he sat atop the Mesopotamian pantheon as the ultimate authority. In Mesopotamian cosmology, the universe was structured into 3 tiers: the sky, ruled by Anu; the earth, governed by his son Enlil; and the waters below, controlled by Enki. Anu's main role wasn't to act in mythological dramas, but to authorize, bless, and maintain cosmic legitimacy, especially when it came to kingship and divine law. Anu's name shows up in some of the earliest known written texts, including the Sumerian King List, where rulers trace their legitimacy back to divine decree from Anu; the temple hymns by Enneaduanna, the world's first known author, where Anu is praised alongside other high gods; early god lists from cities like Farah and Ebla, where Anu is consistently placed first in the divine order; and in the Babylonian Enuma Elish, a later text where Anu appears as an ancestor figure, passing authority down the generational line of deities. His presence across so many early documents speaks to just how central he was to Mesopotamian religion, governance, and worldview. Interestingly, Anu wasn't frequently portrayed in Mesopotamian art, likely because his role was transcendent and distant. But when he was symbolized, we have a few key visual and symbolic representations. The horned crown. The most common symbol of divine power in Mesopotamian art was a horned headdress. Anu's crown typically had multiple pairs of horns, more than any other god, indicating his superior rank. The star symbol. In cuneiform, Anu's name was sometimes represented with a dinger sign, a star-shaped glyph that came to denote divinity in general. Over time, this star became associated with the heavens, Anu's domain, as a regal, birded figure. In some cylinder seals and later Assyrian interpretations, Anu appears as a dignified, bearded man seated on a throne, often surrounded by symbols of the sky, stars, constellations, or cosmic animals like bulls. Cosmic imagery. Because he ruled the heavens, Anu's presence was sometimes implied rather than shown, especially through celestial imagery, like constellations or the Milky Way, believed to be his domain. Overall, Anu wasn't a personal god you'd pray to for harvest or healing. He was more of a divine concept, the sky itself rendered holy and sovereign. Here are some standout facts about Anu you might not hear in your average mythology class. He delegated power but retained final authority. While gods like Enlil and Nana played out the drama of myth, Anu stayed above the fray, literally and figuratively. His original temple, the Ina, was in Uruk. This temple later became central to the worship of Inanna, but it began as a shrine to the sky god himself. His mythological legacy influenced later deities. Anu is widely considered a prototype of the sky father archetype, a concept that shows up in later gods like Zeus, Jupiter, and Diospeda. He was invoked in political legitimacy. Kings from Sumer to Assyria would call upon Anu's name to affirm their divine right to rule, often claiming their authority was from Anu. Though Anu might not have the flashy stories, he was the keystone of one of the world's oldest religious systems. He represented order, divine justice, and the belief that the universe had structure and a ruler. If you're studying ancient religion, mythology, or the history of writing itself, Anu is a figure worth knowing. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which ancient god or civilization you'd like us to explore next. Thanks for watching, and remember, the sky has always been more than just stars.